Welcome back to the Hideaway. Charlie and I just got in. It's Thursday night, and we're going to spend 4 days up here. I guess I'll be working tomorrow all day long, thanks to Starlink, so I love that. But we're going to take some trees down. We're going to mill some wood. We're going to plant some potatoes, see if we can't get those to grow. You know, do our traditional or regular trail cams, run around on the four-wheelers. So we're just going to have a great weekend, the two of us. So I hope you enjoyed the short I threw out last week, because I know I was hoping to entice you to come watch this video. So hope you enjoy this one. Please like and subscribe. Means a lot to me when you do. Woohoo! The paying the bills part of the weekend is over. It's Friday late afternoon, and I'm going to try to take some of these offcuts and turn them into a small garden so I can try to grow the potatoes. So I'm going to look for some that already have an edge cut on them, like this. So this will be a pretty good one. I'll be able to cut it off right here and have a nice kind of 3-foot section. I'm just gonna make a 3-foot square, screw it all together, kind of dig up the ground underneath it, put some good soil down, and throw those potatoes in there and see how it works. So this one for sure we're gonna use. See what else we got. This one also has some good edges. Making a mess. All right, I'll finish digging these out. All right, I've decided on right here. Good sun, the rain is unobstructed by trees, and it's out of kind of the path that animals take through here. So we'll set up a little 3x3 square right here and do some planting. All right, let's cut our 3-foot boards here. Here we go. All right, this is the thoughts on this. Just put a couple of long 4-inch screws through here like this on all 4 corners, and it should hold it together. Plus the dirt is going to help support it on the inside and outside. So probably need a battery. And a driver. There we go, solid corner. Let's do it times 4. Well, that went together quick. Nice 3x3 square. So now what I'm going to do is I brought up a bunch of just regular planting mix, trees, shrubs, roses. I don't know if it's going to work in here or not, but I'm going to throw a bunch of try 3-4 bags into here, and I've already dug up the ground underneath. So it should have plenty of depth now to get some potatoes going. All right, that should do it. Now what I'm going to do is I'll get to planting, and then once I've planted, I'm going to get a layer of sawdust, and I'm going to put it over the top of this before I water it. That way it can help hold the moisture in, because we have to rely on the rain up here because there's no electric sprinklers. I'm only here once every couple of weeks, so it's going to have to go at least a couple of weeks at a time without me watering it. So I want to be able to conserve as much of the moisture in the soil as possible. So let's get some planting done, and let's get some sawdust done here. I've been soaking these 4 potatoes for about the last 24 hours. They all have nice shoots on them. So I'll plant, let me go like this, about a foot between each, dig down a little bit. I'm gonna leave that in because I might try to put carrots or something like that in. So let's get these guys in the water. Now, what I have to seriously hope for is that the bears don't decide they want to eat this. So, actually, I should probably mark where these things are at, shouldn't I? Oops, there we go. So there's one right there. One right there. One right there. All right, so they're just to the right of these stakes. So now we're going to water them up good. Then we'll get some sawdust on this thing. Another great thing about a sawmill, lots of sawdust. we go. We'll see how this works out. Looks pretty good to me. That's called a lab hug, isn't it? Yeah, hugging. Oh, good morning. Nothing better. Waking up with your lab. This is what I call breakfast. Eggs cooked in bacon grease with bacon crumbs, fresh sourdough bread, coffee sitting in the sun, and Charley's is right here. She's very excited about it. See? Do you want yours too? Okay, let me sit down right here. Sit. Gentle. There you go. Oh yeah, baby. And if we're lucky, a hummingbird will come eat with us. I guess we'll see. Oh man. Man, it's time for Charlie and I to get to work. After a great breakfast and a good morning, all of a sudden felt a little bit off. So we just got done taking a nap and haven't gotten anything done today. So this tree, the big one, we're going to take that down right now, get it all limbed up and prep and see if some of it can be used for the log cabin and some of it used for milling. So that's our goal. Let's get one done right now, see how we're feeling. Then possibly, let's see, where's the other one? Back there somewhere. Oh, that big one right there. That might be the next one then. This is just a little guy. He looks a lot bigger on video than he actually is in real life. So we'll leave him around. Leave him live for now. Okay, let's see if we can get some trees felled. That's a big old tree. This will be a little bit of a challenge bringing it down. Most of the branches are off here to the right side, so that's going to help pull that way. But what we're aiming for is that gap right there. We're going to try to shoot it right into there where the pile of other limbs and stuff are. So let's get started on this. Wow, that happened way faster than I thought it would. I nailed the holding wood though, so it fell exactly where I wanted it to. So we'll clean this up, cut it into lengths. Well, I've got the part limbed that I needed to in order to cut it to lengths. So this bottom, I'm going to do 10-foot 3 because it's huge diameter. There's no way I can use it on the log cabin, but it would be great for making lumber. So we'll go from the flat spot here. There's 10 feet. Right there. Ah. The end came unhooked. All right, 10 feet 3 inches is right here. So we'll make that cut and get this drug over to the sawmill. Then we'll see what we have left here. It looks like I might be able to get a couple of 12s out of this, which would be exactly what I need for over there now. So it's looking good, promising, great tree. There we go, ready to go to the sawmill. Well, there you go. That's almost a 20-inch log. That's a good size one. So what I have now is a 10-foot section there that's going to go to the sawmill. I've got a 12-foot section right here. It's going to go to the building the log cabin, and then another 12-foot section there, and the rest is going to be scrap. So I'm going to move a lot of this scrap out of here for now, and then I'll get to dragging these where they belong. All right, I got the 2 logs that are going to be for the log cabin right here. And then this behemoth actually just rolled down from where it was to right here. So we're going to hook this up to the 4-wheeler and see if we can get it drug away. That's a lot of log. Wow. A lot of peeling. Oh, this is like my least favorite part. Peeling logs, man. Look at how thick that bark is. That's a huge chunk. There we go. Peeling's done. Let's load it up. Watch out, Charlie. Oh boy. I actually have to square that end off before I load this thing up. Gotta go get the chainsaw. Be right back. All right, all good and trimmed up. This was the wedge that I had to take out of the end to make it nice and square. So now we should be able to roll it on. And that's why you build ramps. Woohoo! If you're wondering the size of this log I just did, look at here. 17.5 inches. Whew, that's big. We're gonna leave it here for the night, and I'll have to jack the other end up because the other end is 15 inches. So we got ourselves a big old log to be working on tomorrow. That for sure can get me 2 6x6s like what I need. So that's the hope for tomorrow. Last chore of the night is just cleanup, and you can see we're all cleaned up down here, ready to mill. Let me show you what it looks like where the tree was. All right, this was that big boy. That was a big tree. This is where I dropped it, and all that's left now is that big old pile. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. I mean, look at this tree right here, sitting right beside it that I still need to take down. There is so many branches on that, it's almost impossible to clean up. And then I also cleared a little path, or I cleaned up over there. I cleaned up down here. So we are ready to go to work again tomorrow. And there we got, a good handful of logs, plus 2 on top of the log cabin that we can maybe prep tomorrow as well. We'll have to see how much time and if I decide to go home. Great day. Time for elk burgers, fried potatoes, and an early bed. See you in the morning. Good morning. Well, here's an awful nice place to sit and have a break from sawmilling. So we're going to cut this bad boy today. Remember, it was 17 inches at this end, about 15 at that end. So I raised this end up using the small bottle jack to... Whoa, doggo! I raised it so the top of it's at 16 inches. So let's take a cut at this. See if we can't make some beautiful 6x6s today. Let's get this going. You guys okay in there? Holy cow, smacked on your face. Didn't take enough off, going down another inch. That'll probably be useful for something someday. Hi. I know, we don't like this. It's loud and scary, huh? Okay, you can go. This is it, people. I'll have 4 6x6s out of this one log. Not perfect down at the ends. There's a little bit, but it's going to be more than enough Final cut. I've already got it split this way, one more split this way, and 4 6x6s. There you go, 6x6s. 10 feet long. We'll get them stacked up over here now, do a big cleanup, and call it work being done. Time to shoot my bow. Shoot. Wow, them some big logs. All right, cleanup time. Gonna go for the heart. Black circle, kind of on the bottom left. Ooh, I think we did it. Let's go look. Oh yeah, dead, dead, dead. I gotta tighten up my pattern a little bit, but I'll take that shooting all day long. What are you doing? Eating dirt? Okay. So this is how far away I am right now. This is 30 yards, and I'm gonna walk up. Felt like I had a really good bunch. Boy, I'll take that bunch. I was aiming for right here between these two. This one went a little bit high, my last one. My first 2 shots. Damn, that's a good pattern. We'll take it. There sits one of the hummingbirds, and they come and they fight, 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 play, and eat. The other one is sitting right there, having something to drink. Man, leaving is always so bittersweet. But Charlie and I are cleaned up, packed up, and ready to head for home. We were going to stay one more night, but my daughter needs help moving. So I got to get home to help her with that. But man, what a great weekend. I got a good day of work in, which was my first goal. Second goal was to put in that little garden, which I got that done. Third was take down a tree. And let's see, fourth was to mill some 6x6s, and fifth was to shoot my bow. I did them all this weekend, so it was an awesome, awesome time. But I hope you enjoyed as well. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Hey, why don't you share me with some friends too? That'd be nice. And finally, again, I guess it's not me doing it by myself. It's actually me and Charlie doing it together. But man, why don't you get out there and do it yourself? Thanks for watching.